pace car pulls off into the infield. White Lightning on the front row with last lap Larry Lampman on the outside. They go at it. White gets him overhauled, and Hayers picks up the front wheels. With so much bite in this track, he'll take over second place.
Larry White leads him down the back straightaway, side by side, or Larry Lampman on the high side. Justin Hayers racing down low for the second position. Lap 1 will end with Larry White taking the lead. Hayers, then Larry Lampman, Brett Hearn rounding out the top 5 for lap 1 will be Dale Plank.
Just behind them, Michael Storm, Billy Decker, Matt Shepard, and then Ryan Phelps in the big red towing 99. Larry White leads another one, but here comes Hayers to battle with him.
Already the Dr. Danny Johnson putting some moves on in the early laps. He goes around the inside of Matt Williamson.
Tons of fluid pouring out of the 43 of Freddie Carlton. Tons of fuel pouring out the back.
Out in front, it's still White with Hayers tracking him down. Brett Hearn to the inside of Larry Lampman. He'll take that third spot down into turn 1. Lampman gonna fire back up the inside on the back straightaway, but no, he can't make it stick. Hearn up to third.
Dale Plank now working on 5th spot. He's got the 77 in there. Now he works underneath Larry Lampman. Look at the bite in this track, Adam Ross. Almost everybody lifting the front end.
The bite is great, the visibility is great. Things couldn't be better here at Merrittville Speedway unless you're Larry White, because he's facing a challenge from Justin Hayers.
Brett Hearn rides about 5 car lengths behind them in the Wentworth Construction 20. He took a hard shot into 1, pulled right up on the back end of Hayers.
Brett Hearn closing in on the lead duo as Larry Lampman fending off Dale Plank for the time being. It's Lampman, Plank. Right behind them, side by side, are Billy Decker and Michael Storm. Trouble in turn 4. Tompkins around.
Tompkins get turned around on the Masterful Modifieds, make their way through.
Wow.
One car got a piece of him. I think it was the Brian Stevens 44.
Yeah.
As he's dragging parts and sparks underneath that Forti's Pizza machine, he will head to the pits. I will follow. Just so you can look like a masterful picker, is that true?
I'll tell you, these things don't happen by accident. Green flag is up in the air. Larry White leaning on Justin Hayers out of 4.
Down the stretch they come, here they go, up on the high side. White getting the run, but Hayers to the outside will take the lead away.
Justin Hayers with a great move on the outside. Takes the top spot from Larry White, and now Brett Hearn poking to the inside of the 99. He can't make it stick this time at the stripe, and Justin Hayers has a 3 car length advantage.
Contact at the back there between Travis Braun and Scott. They all get it straightened out. Down the chute, it is Justin Hayers now pulling away from Larry White and Brett Hearn.
Justin Hayers with a bit of breathing room as we work back through the field. Some crazy action. Larry Lampman slid back on that restart. He's dropped back to Ryan Phelps, Pat Ward.
Here they come off of 4 once again to complete lap number 9. Justin Hayers stretching out his margin ahead of Larry White and Brett Hearn. Just 4th place, it's Dale Plank.
Flat right rear on the 76, Travis Braun.
Travis Braun with a flat right rear in the mode on the front straightaway, and the yellow comes out.
Wow, what a crazy turn of events there. It looked like the 71 of Mike Bowman and 76 got together for the right rear flat, but just prior to that, it looked like Freddie Carlton and Chad Brackman got into it as Chad Brackman proceeded to shove Freddie Carlton directly off turn 4.
And I apologize for that restart order. The one we've got on the screen is the one I read, but I just noticed that the one on the track is a fair bit different. Green flag flies out of turn 4. Larry White trying to move up as Brett Hearn takes advantage, drops to the inside. Hearn can't make it work, and Justin Hayers going to power out of turn 2 with the lead.
Right down on the bottom is Brett Hearn, rubbing that left front tire on the inside guardrail and turns 1 and 2. He tries to get underneath Larry White now as they go down 3 wide for second.
Matt Shepard muscles to the inside of Mike Storms. That's a race for the 6th spot. As Larry White holding off Brett Hearn. Hearn running the inside, Dale Plank on the outside. Larry White just in front of those two, hanging on to 2nd spot.
As the leader pulls away, Hayers once again to about 3 car length margin. Larry White tests the top of 2. He will make that work, but Brett Hearn still runs with them tight there.
Larry White in that runner-up spot as they close on Justin Hayers. White running the middle groove on the racetrack now. Hearn on the inside trails White by about 3 feet at the stripe.
As they work off a 2 once again down the back straightaway, Hayers pulls away to 4 car lengths ahead of Larry White. and Brett Hearn. Tight racing all the way through the pack as it starts to dust up a bit here. Visibility tight on the back straightaway.
Pete McNell running about halfway through the field in the 14th position in that 42. We would expect him to move forward. He's back there battling behind Steve Payne and Larry Lampman. But at the front, we got a battle for the lead. White to the inside of Hares. He'll take the lead at the stripe.
Hares jumped the cushion a bit in turn 4. That opens up the door on the bottom for White Lightning. Now Hares back around the outside of Larry White to take the lead away. What a battle up front.
Justin Hares is getting her done in 1 and 2. 3 and 4, a bit of a problem is Dale Plank. I don't know what that line was, but Dale Plank tried something different as he continues to run in 4th.
Hares in control, 2 car lengths over White. Working on the outside is Dale Plank. He's gonna try. That is the strangest line off before Adam pushes right up to the high side, grabs the bite and rockets down the front straightaway.
Clint, they're 3 wide for the lead, but look at Matt Shepard and Billy Decker go at it for 5th. Holy moly. Justin Hares out front. Brett Hearn on the inside, Larry White on the inside of Dale Plank. They're 3 wide out of 4.
Bill Bleach in the pits. He's got a right front locked up. Right front tire brake lock up on the 108 to Bleach. But up front, the battle still rages on. Hares gets away. Now the battle for second is Plank, Hearn, and White Lightning, Larry White.
Dale Plank almost going to the scoreboard before he turns into 3, but man, is that working for him. Hares drops to the inside in 1 and 2. Hearn around the middle, Plank to the outside.
Bleach makes his return to the track. They come around now on the high side. Dale Plank goes right up to the post position now, and boy, he left them in his dust.
Dale Plank out in front now. Matt Shepard has joined the fray. Shepard is up to 4th on the inside and battling with Hearn and Justin Hares for 2nd.
Wow, Plank just drove away from those guys, Adam. He stretched out a 3/4 straightaway lead here in one single lap. The Plankinator is planking tonight.
Trouble on the front straightaway. Looks like Billy Decker is broke on the front stretch as he slows on the moat. Billy Decker has broke on the front straightaway.
I wouldn't say broke, he drove away.
Track. Green flag about to come out. We'll keep you posted on the Decker 91.
He's got the shock tower bent over. They've gone for the big sledgehammer. They got to straighten out the shock tower to bolt the new one on. Green flag out. Decker stays in the pits.
Matt Shepard hugs the guardrail from 3rd. Looks to get around, but he couldn't. Dale Plank is the leader. Brett Hearn runs 2nd. The battle for 3rd between Hares and Matt Shepard. Wow, Shepard hugging the inside guardrail.
He gets away again here from the field.
Trouble in turn 3. Trouble. Bill Bleach in the 108.
Yeah, Adam, I'm not sure if Travis Braun just lost control and sent the 108 or if it was deliberate, but he definitely was a straight shot up there off of turn 3.
Overheating that rotor on the right front. Plank gets on it again. Brett Hearn, the next one to knock on his door.
Billy Decker gets back on track. Running 1 lap behind the race leaders as Dale Plank leads the way, running the cushion in 3 and 4. Here goes Hearn to the inside.
Brett Hearn will fade back to 2 car lengths into 1. Matt Shepard now in the battle and working around there with them. It is still and the Mike.
Super Matt committed to that. Oh, wow, Dale Plank almost loses it in turn 4. We've got one off the track on the outside of 4.
That's a 99L, Adam.
Oh, top break for the pole sitter, Larry White.
Mikey, which one of these grooves is going to go away first, the inside or the outside?
I'd have to say the inside because more guys are utilizing it.
So Dale Plank up on the outside. It's a long way to go, but it's a lonely road out there he runs.
Just to further that though, this cushion here, there's only about a half a foot left before it turns to negative banking, so.
Well, we'll let you know what happens as the green flag flies. Dale Plank on the outside. Shepard pressures him as high as he can. Side by side through 1 and 2. Look at Plank fire off the top.
In through 3 and 4 now, Shepard on the bottom. He looks out in front of the Plank 76. They wheel to wheel it down the front straightaway.
Down into turn 1 they go. Shepard still down low. Plank on the outside. Brett Hearn fighting with Justin Hares. Hares is running the outside very effectively on the high side of the Wentworth number 20. And at the start-finish line this time, it will be Dale Plank by a foot.
Wow, Shepard and Plank right together now. Brett Hearn not fading. He's running in third right now as they come around to lap 26.
A quarter of the way through this event, 25 laps down, 75 laps to go. Matt Shepard with the lead now at the start-finish line. He's working the inside. Dale Plank sticking with the high side. Have a look at Brett Hearn. He's running the middle of the racetrack and closing in on the lead duo.
Now Shepard kicks the back end of the 9 Extreme Lubricants car out, and he will take the lead off of turn number 4. Plank throws it in super hard into 1.
Further back in the field, they race 2 wide, 3 wide down the front straightaway. Quality race cars, guys that know their way around Merrittville Speedway, duking it out. They're half a lap behind the leader, Matt Shepard, who again works his way off turn 4 on the inside and leads Dale Plank by a couple of feet.
Good wheel-to-wheel battle up front for the lead. Hearn back behind them a ways. Then it's Hares. And how about this? The Dr. Danny Johnson up to 5th spot now and working on the outside of Justin Hares.
Matt Shepard leads by 3/100ths of a second at the stripe. These guys are fighting tooth and nail, and barely any contact between these two. A great clean race among the leaders. Whoa, Plank almost around in turn 4. What a save by the natural Dale Plank.
Come once again through 1 and 2. It is still Shepard, Plank, and Hearn. They've got a good margin now ahead of Hares. Danny Johnson and Pat Ward in 6th.
Travis Braun came down through the moat. He didn't hit the wall, but he scared the heck out of it.
Mike Bowman back in the pits in the 71.
Gary Tompkins trying to work his way through traffic has only passed about 4 cars. Again at the stripe, it's Shepard, Plank, Hearn. Just a couple of car lengths separate the top 3, and then further back you've got Hares fighting off Danny Johnson, Pat Ward, and Mr. Small Block, Pete McNell.
As the track starts to go away, I bet that evens the field here for the 358 cars. And Bicknell making huge gains on the outside. Adam, he got right up outside of the doctor there for 4th.
Pete McNell, one to watch, runs in the 7th position right now, but it looks like he is on cruise control, comfortably driving around the top of the racetrack. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, Matt Shepard hanging on over Dale Plank and Brett Hearn. They continue to run those similar lines. Shepard down low, Plank up higher on the racetrack, and Brett Hearn fishing for that traction.
Danny Johnson using the high side of turn 1, Adam, kicking dust right off the track and big clumps of mud up into my face here. He is way higher than anybody in turn 2.
Pete McNell, after we talked about him, was actually drifted back just a little bit from that 3-way battle for 4th. And Matt Shepard about a lap and a half from some of the hairiest slow traffic we've ever seen.
Wild here tonight. When these guys get into it, it is going to be one shot here for the leaders to make their way through.
Matt Shepard closing in on Travis Braun in the 76. Shepard's ability to cling to that guardrail will help him as he looks to the inside of Travis Braun, but Travis Braun closes the door. Shepard slowed up on the inside. Here comes Dale Plank on the outside. Plank closing in on the leader as Shepard having to go high around Braun.
Shepard can't get around the 76. Plank sees the opportunity. Come up closer now, and Shepard still can't clear the lap car.
Billy Decker is out of the race. Billy Decker is pulled to the infield in that 91 car. He is out.
Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4, the leaders go again. Another lap on the board. It will be Shepard leading. Plank, Hearn, and then a couple more tough customers in Pat Ward and Danny Johnson.
Pete McNell gets around Justin Hares for the 6th position. And Matt Shepard on the inside, Dale Plank, he is driving around the parking lot on the outside.
Leaders still fighting now their way through some slower cars as the field right there in front of the lead pack. Shepard all over Kahn's back.
Matt Shepard looking for room around Wayne Kahn. He looks to the outside now. Just ahead of them is Chris Steele. Nice move by Matt Shepard to pin that 9 car around the front end of the Kahn 37 and get the line he was looking for. But the news doesn't get any better, as in front of him now is Gary Tompkins on the inside of Chris Steele.
Dale Plank still 3 car lengths behind Shepard. Stretch they come. It is tight racing there as the leaders try and work their way through Shepard on the bottom.
Pete McNell closing in on the Dr. Danny Johnson. A full straightaway behind the leader, Matt Shepard, but it looks like Shepard's pinned behind the slow car of Gary Tompkins. Dale Plank right on the back bumper of that 9S.
Work our way towards the halfway point in about 6 more laps here. We'll be at the 50 mark as these guys coming around to put lap 44 on the counter. It is still Shepard, Plank, Hearn, Ward, and Danny Johnson.
Gary Tompkins got the message. He's got to pick up the wick. He got around Chris Steele. And now Matt Shepard on the inside of Steele, pinned behind Gary Tompkins. Here goes Plank to the outside.
Shepard sticking to the game plan on the bottom, down near the rail, trying to snoke up on the bottom. And now he's shoving Tompkins around 1 and 2.
A little bit of bump drafting going into turn 1, and Tompkins still making tracks. 76 of Travis Braun pulls off the racetrack. He is out of contention as Shepard on the inside of Chris Steele. Now Freddie Carlton, another slow car, runs the outside, and Shepard to the inside of him. They're 3 wide, including the leader, Matt Shepard.
Plank now working around the outside. He can't do it though. Still Matt Shepard fighting his way through the lap cars. He's stuck between 3 of them right now.
Matt Shepard has to be getting frustrated as Dale Plank now along the guardrail. Here goes Brett Hearn to the outside of Plank. Hearn fighting for that second spot. Matt Shepard has cleared the lap traffic. The rest have not, but Brett Hearn up to second.
Hearn and Plank still stuck together. Plank fouls it. They bang bars into 1, fighting for the bottom. Still together are Plank and Hearn for second.
Fast Freddie Carlton on the outside, Hearn in the middle, Plank on the inside, and Carlton just passed those 2.
3 wide through 3 and 4. Second and third with the lap car on the outside.
Next time by, we'll be halfway through the Trevor Wilkins Memorial. What a race we've seen in the early going. Matt Shepard leads now by about half a straightaway over a side-by-side battle between Hearn and Plank.
50 on the board, still 50 more to go as the leaders tick their way through the lappers here, trying to find a way through, and Plank and Hearn are still door-to-door for that second position.
What a fantastic battle between the natural Dale Plank and Brett the Jet Hearn. Chris Steele gets into the moat and back across the front of this battle. They'll get around Steele in 1 and 2, but look at this, Chris Steele just passed them back.
The 358s may be starting to come to life here at them, as these big blocks will now overpower this track a little bit in the second half, working on lap 53.
As you say that, Pete McNell, Mr. Small Block, makes the pass on Danny Johnson. He is up to the top 5. Looks like Gary Tompkins will call it tonight, and he pulls the 84 pit side.
All the tires look good for Tompkins, but he will roll into his pit stall and settle this one for the evening. The top 5 right now: Matt Shepard, Brett Hearn, Dale Plank, Pat Ward, and Pete McNell.
And Matt Shepard just put the 99L of Larry White a lap down. That is the 15th place car. Only 14 cars remain on the lead lap.
Next one to be fighting with the leaders will be Brockman, and Shepard his doors off in turn 4 and will take that spot away.
So Matt Shepard halfway down the back straightaway as Brett Hearn runs second, just coming out of turn 2. So Shepard with a full straightaway lead over Brett the Jet Hearn.
Yeah, Hearn has cleared Plank by quite a bit now. Not sure if there's something wrong with the 77 of Plank, but he is fading quickly away from the second place car of Brett Hearn.
Matt Shepard, the fastest car on the racetrack right now, leading the way. He is starting to put some very good cars a lap down as we just passed the midway point of this race. 57 laps complete.
Dale Plank, as you mentioned earlier, running the parking lot out of, trying some very unique lines here down through 1 and 2, way high up the backstretch, trying to find a bit of bite that he can use in these last 40 laps.
And Pat Ward starting to sneak his way through the field. He's gotten around Dale Plank. He runs third and running faster than the 2 cars in front of him. So Pat Ward in that 42P, very popular driver out of Genoa, New York, runs in the 3rd position, a straightaway behind Brett Hearn, but faster. And my mistake, not a straightaway, about 10 car lengths behind Brett Hearn, sorry.
Working on lap 60 this time across the line. It will be 40 to go for Matt Shepard, Brett Hearn, and then Pat Ward.
This groove's starting to slick up just a little bit. As we look around the racetrack, there's lots of battles, but sometimes it's lap cars with lead lap cars. And we'll see whose cars are really coming into them. Pete McNeil with some open racetrack. We'll see if he can close in any ground on the 4th place Dale Plank.
A caution would certainly change the of this event right now as we get to lap 61. Tight up there. Hearn trying to get around the lap of Chad Brackman.
And Brett Hearn pinned behind Chad Brockman and Larry White in that 99L. He's going to thread the needle and go through the middle. Brackman got the short end of the stick and ran out of racetrack, but Pat Ward is closing in on Brett Hearn. Ward along the guardrail will get around Brackman, now close in on Larry White and Brett Hearn. White a lap down, Hearn on the lead lap.
Shepard out front by a big margin, and he's just putting the laps up on the board as fast as he possibly can here. He's lapped up to about 14th place and probably even more now.
He has put Steve Payne a lap down. Payne running in the 10th position. Adam Ferry having a good run. Runs 1 lap down in 11th spot. Just couldn't hang in on that lead lap as Matt Shepard clicking him off quick as can be.
Leader Matt Shepard running the bottom still the entire way around. He is coming off of turn 4 and 2nd place of Hearn, just getting into 4 now.
The brakes on Matt Shepard's 9S glowing cherry red as he races down the back straightaway. More than a straightaway ahead of Brett Hearn, who's got Pat Ward a few car lengths behind. Whoa, trouble for Chad Brackman. He makes the hard right into the pit area.
His car looks to be all right as well. Maybe another one of the 358s. Not having a good night, they will pull it into the pits. That was the story on Matt Williamson as well, Adam. Said I wasn't going nowhere, didn't want to be in the way.
Pete McNeil closes on Dale Plank. That's a battle for 4th. Plank on the inside of Mark Delario's lap car. Pete McNeil right behind, trying to set him up out of turn 4. McNeil to the bottom on Plank.
They work on that one out here, and it is super tight for these guys down along the bottom, right in front of Delario. Bicknell off the rail, but he can't get around Plank yet.
Next time by will be 70 laps down, 70 laps complete next time in the straight for Matt Shepard. And he is putting Danny Johnson, the 8th place car, a lap down.
Danny was running good earlier, but he's got trouble. Remember last year, Adam Plank lapped up to the top 3.
Similar action here this year. Is Shepard to the inside of Chris Steele to click off another lap. We look back down the front straightaway. Just now coming out of turn 4 is Brett Hearn in the 20. Pat Ward about 8 car lengths behind Hearn. And then the battle for 4th. Dale Plank hanging on over Pete McNeil.
A huge run, Adam. He's got him by about half a track right now and shows no sign of slowing down in that Extreme Lubricants number 9.
And let's have a look at the 22, the bright yellow number 22 of Larry Lampman. He runs in the 6th position, mounting a challenge on Pete McNeil. Dale Plank, Pete McNeil, and Larry Lampman nose to tail down into 3 and 4, your battle for 4th.
What a move by Lampman to cross streams with Bicknell. Bicknell threw it in high. Lampman down low. Now Lampman high into 1 and 2. Bicknell down low. They're crossing it up every turn.
Larry Lampman loving these slick track conditions. Loses some ground out of turn 2 as Plank runs the outside of 3 and 4. McNeil down low. Now Lampman up the middle.
Great battle back there as they go at it for 4th, 5th, and 6th. It is Bicknell running up on the bottom. Lampman still about 1 car length back now with Plank just ahead of them on the outside.
Pete McNeil makes the pass to Dale Plank. Larry Lampman looking to follow him through. McNeil up to the 4th spot. Plank back to 5th. Lampman hanging out in 6th. And Matt Shepard right behind that battle to put them all a lap down.
Wow, I would be surprised if Shepard can pull this one off. Unbelievable driving here by the young Matt Shepard.
Larry Lampman to the outside of Plank. He'll pick up that 5th position. Now Matt Shepard on the inside, trying to nose up the inside of Plank. Lampman on the outside, Plank on the inside. Matt Shepard trying to pick a lane.
And Plank blocks him a little bit off of 4. Now, look at the way that car just rocked before at him. Unbelievable forward drive for Matt Shepard.
And Matt Shepard gets the inside of Plank, then the inside of Lampman. He has lapped the 5th place car.
The next one on.
Oh, trouble. We got one around in 3.
We got a tire into the parking lot, boys.
Who lost it, Mikey?
I'll let you know in 2 seconds.
I can't see the number down there on the outside up by the scoreboard under the original Pizza Log sign.
That thing just barely cleared the Pizza Log sign, and I gotta tell you, we got a full house here today. Somebody's getting hit with a tire out there.
Hearn, but as you can see, Hearn sort of inching up on the outside. Still a long way back for the leader, Matt Shepard. The green flag flies again.
A little bit of raindrops falling on the speedway as we get back to green action.
We're going to see a few raindrops here, but as long as it stays slow, it shouldn't be a problem. Wow, look at Pete McNell rocking around the outside. Closing in on Pat Ward. They're still a long way behind the leader, but starting to make up ground.
As they come around out in the rain, starting to fall ever slightly here. And Shepard rockets out in front once more. But here comes Hearn on the outside in the 20.
Brett Hearn working his way up. Now just 3 cars between him and the race leader. The raindrops seem to have slowed down as we look up into the lights. Matt Shepard with half a straightaway on Rick Rickner, but Brett Hearn is coming.
Shepard on the bottom in that number 9 has pulled away. Hearn trying to get around the lap cars as quickly as he can with 12 laps to go for the leader, Matt Shepard, off of turn 2. Adam, he's scrubbing the rail right down on the bottom.
Pete McNell closing in on Pat Ward for 3rd. McNell with a big run down the back chute. Shoots to the outside in turn 3, sets the car down the front stretch. Pat Ward on the inside. McNell looking to the high side. That's your battle for 3rd.
Now Brett Hearn working underneath Jimmy Phelps 98H, trying to get close enough to take a shot here at Matt Shepard.
Pete McNell on the outside, still a Pat Ward. Your battle for 3rd. Brett Hearn gets to the inside of Jimmy Phelps. Now just 1 car between him and the leader, and we've got just 10 laps to go.
Hearn needs to get another caution now, so they will reshuffle the deck and put Rickner and him right behind the 9 of Matt Shepard. Man, Pat Ward out there with a wild move there caught my attention, but it's still Shepard pulling away. Hearn has a lot of track, but no cars between himself and the leader now.
Just needs a caution, and Pete McNell almost gave it to him last lap. He went off the end of turn 1, lost that 3rd spot to Pat Ward, and about half a straightaway in the process. So Pat Ward comfortably sits in the 3rd spot, and Pete McNell with some ground to make up. Just 8 laps remain.
Matt Shepard has put on a clinic in modified piloting here tonight. Oh my, he has just taken it to this field. 93 on the board, 7 to go for the 9 of Matt Shepard.
This race is far from over. Those 7 laps remain. Nothing between the 2 leaders. Should a yellow come out, we've seen some crazy things happen, but Matt Shepard clicking them off. Just 6 laps to go.
Work their way around down here. Shepard nice and slow on the bottom. Hearn throwing everything he can at that turn 1 cushion to try and mount a challenge here on Matt Shepard's 9S.
Brett Hearn last time by was 2/10 faster than the race leader. This time at the stripe, Brett Hearn 1/10 faster than the race leader. Not quick enough to close in that gap with 5 laps to go.
4 remain this time as the leader swings his Extreme Lubricants Bicknell racing car here off the 4th turn with just 4 to go.
Around the racetrack, we watch for Pete McNell trying to close in on Pat Ward, but he is losing ground right now to the 42P. Ward running in 3rd. Coming out of turn 4, 3 laps to go for Matt Shepard. He's got 10 car lengths over Hearn.
Now, they work their way around. Coming down here, Lampman back in 5th. showing up on the board, but it is still Shepard, Hearn, and then the 242 cars of Ward and Bicknell.
With 2 laps to go, Hearn still faster than the leader Shepard, but he's just got too much ground to make up. Shepard has been so smooth. The white flag coming this time out of turn 4. Further back, you've got Pat Ward comfortable in 3rd. Pete Bicknell in 4th. The only 4 cars on the lead lap.
Hearn has made up a lot of ground on Shepard, but it will not be enough. Adam, take us home down the back straightaway off of 3 and 4.
Matt Shepard, just like he has all night long, hugs the guardrail out of turn 4, and the Trevor Wilkins Memorial goes to Shepard. 2nd is Brett Hearn. Working his way around the rail for 3rd will be Pat Ward, and Pete Bicknell finishes 4th. 5th will go to Larry Lampman in the 22, 6th through 10th. Jimmy Phelps in the 98H, 77X of Dale Plank, the 7X of Steve Payne, Ryan Phelps in the 99, and rounding out the top 10 behind the wheel, the FX1, the Doctor, Danny Johnson. What a show here tonight.